Stafia. Welcome to the second Cyprus Music Video Festival podcast.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about Playing Girl Anthem, the song, the theme, the lyrics, what it means.
So, Playgirl is basically the female version of a playboy. It's my alter ego. It's kind of cheeky. It's kind of a bit naughty, out there, and just kind of outrageous. And that's basically where I came up with the anthem, to kind of celebrate that part of me. And yeah, that's kind of the whole idea behind it, just not to take yourself too seriously.
For people who don't know you, are you Cyprus-based? Tell us a bit about yourself in general.
Yeah, sure. So I was born and raised in London, but my mum, she's Cypriot, and my dad is Jamaican. And when my mum moved here, when my granddad fell ill, my grandma was on her own. And then I followed 2 months later because, I've always loved Cyprus. I come here like every year. And yeah, just better weather, more chilled out. And yeah, I've been here for 2 years now.
And you live in Ayanapa?
Yeah, near there, near Paralimni.
Oh, you came from Paralimni?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You did your music back in the UK, or you started your music here?
Well, that particular song was recorded in the UK, but the video was shot here in Cyprus, in Ayanapa, yeah.
Where it take place? It's in Ayanapa, but it's also in a boat. Like, what is it? A club, a bar?
It was a boat party called Fantasy Boat Party. And
they do those a lot in Ayanapa.
Yeah, they're really fun. I mean, I love it. I've been on there so many times, and yeah, I just asked them, can I perform and shoot a video? And they were really nice and just said, yeah, why not? And
so everybody, the extras, you brought them there, or was it a party and I don't know, you?
No, I crashed the party. So they were already there. There were people who, paid for their tickets. They wanted to have a good time and party. So whatever you saw in the video was actually in the moment. These people were partying and it wasn't staged,
There was 2 or 3 people that I saw that knew a bit the lyrics, kinda.
Yeah, I think so what happened was the DJ on the boat, he got me to do it twice because everyone was really hyped up. So, it's quite a catchy chorus. So I think people kind of caught onto it. But yeah, it was fun. It was in the moment. It wasn't rehearsed. And I genuinely had fun that day.
I listened to the song and I've seen the video, and the song has that vibe that makes you want to jump up and down. It's like, it has a good beat, like very deep beat, and it's like bum bum bum, and it's like it
I agree. I like this song a lot.
Oh, thank you.
To get up, especially when you're in the boat and you're partying, and it fits. It fits for a party song, and that's what you were going through, to have a party song.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, if you're going to organise a music video, say you want to hire out a club, that takes a lot of work, a lot of effort. You have to get extras and everything. And I just thought, why not just go to a real life party, what's actually happening, and just really get the vibes of that day. So
was there anybody that says, no, I don't want to be in the video, so they went away or something?
No, everyone, by that point, I mean, the boat kind of was about 2 hours in. People were drunk, they were having a good time. They're not going to say no. I mean, I think half the people were just maybe didn't even know what was going on.
They thought that you were part of the show, or the boat show.
Yeah, probably. They probably thought that, they brought me on there on purpose, specifically for the party. But yeah, everyone was just having a good time. There was no bad energy, no bad vibes. It was just a great day.
And you were waiting on the right moment to say, now we're shooting. Well, how was that
So they said to me, right after, I think it was after lunch, they have lunch. They did a swim stop, and while the boat was stationary, that's when they're like, yeah, this is the best time to play the record and start shooting. And actually the guy who shot it actually worked there. On the boat part. He was the guy who did the videos.
The guy, okay.
For the promo videos for the boat party. So yeah, and then I just sent the clips to someone I knew in the UK to edit.
Let me ask something else. Do you because I've seen you in the video, you're like a performer as well. Do you perform often? Do you like to perform?
Yeah.
Was it what is it that you like?
Well, actually, I went to university for performing arts. So I'm actually a theatre kid. So going on stage and stuff doesn't really scare me. It excites me. And, I've done theatre productions and things like that. So yeah, when I'm performing, I definitely feel like I'm in my element and I want people to have a good time and I want there to be energy,
It shows, the video shows that you are confident and
yeah, I mean, like my teacher always said, fake it till you make it. Even if you're nervous, just move your body, and that's kind of like method acting, I guess, that we learned. You move your body first and then everything else comes later. You don't overthink about things. So I think having that sort of background has helped me to be a performer when it comes down to live shows and stuff. So yeah, I enjoy performing.
And do you perform a lot? Do you perform as Stafia or do you perform as, I don't know?
No, I perform, well, in regards to music, yeah, I perform as Stafia and yeah.
Do you do concerts or gigs?
Well, whenever I get a chance. So with underground artists, it's definitely harder than well-known artists because obviously they get booked. They've got a following, so it's going to bring people to the venue. But whenever there's a chance or, when I get invited to perform somewhere, I grab the chance because, they don't come often. But when they do, I enjoy it.
In Cyprus, do you think there are a lot of gigs like that you can perform? Do you think
Well, I think the artists here have definitely done a good job in creating that space where you can go to places there's even an event next Saturday, which is an open mic for rappers that I'm attending. And yeah, things like that. So I like to keep in the loop with things like that because
is there any Cypriot or is mostly
Yeah, Cypriot. Yeah, Cypriot artists. Yeah. And it's great because I've managed to network with a lot of people through researching and going to these either workshops or events. That's how you meet people. You can collaborate and things like that.
I'm completely clueless about the rap community in Cyprus and all that. Is it a lot of people or is a few of you that do this kind of music, this rap music? Because I don't listen to rap music.
Yeah.
I used to listen to Eminem when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But tell us what is it the rap in Cyprus? How is the rap community in Cyprus? Do you have because you obviously said there's nights that everybody's going there. How is that?
Well, I think in general, people don't know that there's a community here. They don't know about the artists here and they're really talented. And I've heard the music that they're creating and, it's worthy enough to be on radio. But even when I first came here, I didn't know anything. And it was only until I got out there. And I think when people are kind of wary, the public, about new people or underground artists. They like to stick to what they know. And, that's human nature. So you have to kind of make a noise when you go out. And that's kind of what I've been realizing and researching on. You have to make a sort of impression. But when it comes down to the rappers here, yeah, there is a scene. It's a small scene, but it's there and they're producing great work. And I would encourage people to, research and to come to these. It's mostly people, they will get artists in, but they're from the UK that come there to perform. So, the quite well-known names get booked in. To fly in and to do shows. But I'd say the majority of people that I've met have been from the capital, from Nicosia and stuff like that, or Limassol. I personally don't know anyone in my area that raps.
Do you travel a lot to sing or were you performing abroad or?
Well, in the UK, I'd do small gigs and stuff. Again, there'd be small stuff people go to a venue, they'd have open mics, things like that. And then over here, I'm now recently discovering that there's a scene here as well.
What's the difference between the audience here in Cyprus and in London?
I would actually say I'd say the artists here and the community here is a lot stronger than in the UK. There's a lot of people that I find they sometimes have something negative to say, or they kind of stare you down when you go into. Yeah, it's very competitive because it's very saturated. Everyone wants to do music in the UK, especially in London where I was raised, and sometimes there's a lot of jealousy in people, but over here I found more community in the sense, like people actually genuinely want to work with each other and want to.
That tends to happen when there's like fewer people do the same thing, and they each one of them like what they do. They end up like becoming like a one family, let's say, and like they support each other. That tends to happen, especially in Cyprus, because we're like small communities and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we should support each other. Otherwise, what are we doing, right?
Exactly. And I think also because there's not, I don't know, but I haven't heard of it like any record labels here. I think most of the stuff comes from Greece. And I think because of that, there's maybe not as this, like we said, it's not as saturated. In the UK, people are fighting like literally to get a spot because there are labels there, and it's very competitive, very cutthroat.
What's the type of rap you sing? You only sing rap? You only do rap?
No, well, the thing is, so what I write that I don't put out is very poetic, actually very melancholic, like sort of like my diary. I guess someone who could sing, I can't really sing, but someone who could sing, I guess I'd like to songwrite for other people and stuff.
Oh, so you do songwrite as well?
Yeah. But I can't sing, so I'm not going to, put that out there. But in terms of like rap and stuff, I like to try lots of different beats and stuff. And the recent stuff that I'm working on is completely different style to what I've been doing previously, and
which is good. You're experimenting and you're evolving.
Yeah, and I'm having fun with it, and I'm kind of really looking into refining and kind of finding my own sound and things. So yeah, there's a lot of.
So do you play a lot with composing? Are you? I don't know. You are the type of person is in her room like going crazy on the laptop. How is the process? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if things come to my mind at the weirdest times. I could be like lying in bed in the middle of the night, or I could be staying up all night and I'm writing lyrics or writing things. And even if nothing comes of it, it's just the fact that I've wrote it down, and like I have an iPad and on there I've got like Logic Pro, and like sometimes I'll mess around on there and just create stuff. I think even if you're not gonna use like 99% of the stuff that you do, to keep yourself in the loop and to practice, it's one step further to crafting your sound.
I'm gonna ask something. It's completely oblivious. You might want to cut it if you want. If you like my question, you can answer it, and if you think it's stupid, let me know. I don't know how to articulate this question. I've heard rap songs. Mm-hmm. I've heard different rap songs like Kendrick Lamar or Eminem or 50 Cent. And I've heard rap songs which are like, would you say Nicki Minaj is a rapper? Like she does rap?
Yeah, because...
Or that other lady, I forgot her name, but she's quite popular.
Cardi B?
No, it was an old, like not old, but rather... in the 2000s era, there's a song that goes like...
Missy Elliott, Eve.
My Neck, My Back.
Oh, Kia. Yeah.
Yeah, those kind of songs which has a lot of swearing in it, right?
Yeah.
How, like, why are they doing that, such swearing and like my pussy, my things like that, lick my pussy, lick my thing. And it's like, I've always found it like interesting as it... Why are they writing lyrics like that?
Yeah, well,
because as I said, I'm completely oblivious of rap and like stuff like that. I don't follow rap, but I would like to know. I'm interested.
Sure. Well, my personal opinion on it is that you have to, like, if you go back, like men have always sort of dominated the rap game, and they can speak about whatever they like, whether that's, you know, I don't know, are we allowed to swear on here? But like, you know, fucking bitches, got hoes, you know, and they speak about their sexuality quite a lot. And one of the earliest female rappers who kind of went into that was Lil' Kim. And she found her success through that because she was kind of like unapologetic about her sexuality. And I think for a long time it was, you know, women weren't allowed to express their sexuality. And the truth is, women are sexual beings as well. And, you know, we're not these completely innocent creatures. I know a lot of men like to think that, but we're not. And scientifically, like biologically, we're not. So I think it's about, at that time, it was about reclaiming. But I think what's happened is a lot of females have realized, oh, that's the formula that works to get attention. Because sex sells. I mean, think about it. I mean, I know a lot of people might say to women, you know, that this is terrible, you know, you should not do that. But if there wasn't a demand, there would not be a supply. And that goes into the adult industry as well. Like, if you wanted to totally cut that out, then men would have to stop buying it, stop going onto OnlyFans. Then people wouldn't, you know, buy it. So I think there's kind of like, it's kind of two ways. I think you can, I mean, Nicki Minaj's early work, because I listened to her from her mixtape days, it wasn't just all about sex. Like, she actually had some songs with other topics and substance. And I think if you can have a good balance of different topics, I think that's a good thing. I don't think it should be all the time talking about sex. I think, you know, and that's kind of, yeah, that's kind of the thing. But it's kind of what you're known for, really. I mean...
What about you? What type of lyrics?
Oh, I do anything that comes to mind. I mean, I've had freestyles where I've like poked fun at myself, made jokes, because I don't care. Like, I want... and, you know, I use humour sometimes, or I will say sexual things. I will say outlandish things, because that's what I'm like in real life. Like, all of my friends know me. They can't take me anywhere because I just say what's on my mind. And sometimes I say really stuff where people are like, what?
I mean, you're an artist. You should say whatever it is in your mind. That's your,
yeah, it's kind of how I've always been. I've always been very outspoken. So, you know, I kind of just want to incorporate that into my music. But I wouldn't say that I'm 100% feminine in what I'm saying. I'd say sometimes it is gritty, and sometimes I want to have grit, and I don't want to be the same. I know there's a standard look for female rappers, which is like, you know, BBL, you know, colourful wigs and stuff, and that, you know, I tried that, but now with this new sound that I'm trying to curate, I want to be me, and I want to just be myself, but be wacky, be weird, you know, because that's what I'm like when I'm at home. So. Yeah. Let's go
back to the music video. Who shot it? Like, what other people are involved in the making?
Yeah. So
we already know who shot it. The guy who was on the boat.
Yeah, his name was Simon. He shot it, and he gave me all of the raw footage, and I sent it over to. There's a really talented video editor. He also does videos as well, and he's called Jollafrades. He's done some stuff for like Dappy and, you know, other artists in the UK, and he's really good at editing, and I think he did a good job.
He's done the drone for you as well?
No, that was Simon, the guy on the boat party. He did that, yeah.
So you paid them, or they just did it for them?
I paid the guy. I did pay him. He didn't actually want a lot, which was surprising. But yeah, I paid him, and then obviously I did pay the editor, Jollafrades, and yeah, he did a great job at that.
Because most of the time, sometimes like when they are really excited, they will do stuff for you and they give it to you. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. No, we shot it over 2 days. So we had, the boat party was like the main event, but then we also did some
there's some street shots.
Yeah, some street shots that will happen the next day.
Where you do in the motorcycle and the bike.
Yeah, things like that. So yeah, it was just a mixture of different things. And I had one of my best friends, he flew out with me as well. and he's in the video as well, Ramsey.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was it fun, the procedure? Like, is it fun for you to make music videos?
Yeah, I love it, and I'm definitely heavily involved in like ideas and
you
stuff
directed
like that.
it, right?
Yeah. So everything that you saw was like my idea basically, and that's how I like to keep it if I'm involved in anything. Of course, I like to listen to what other people say, but I kind of already have an idea in mind. I mean, the song was originally written with that same friend who flew out. You know, we were just in my living room talking. I think we were playing music, and then it just kind of came to me. I wrote it, and then we were like, you know what, we need to shoot this in Cyprus. We need to go abroad.
So how many songs do you have out there?
I have a moderate amount, but the majority of my songs are in the vault. So I have literally loads and loads of unreleased songs.
Why is that? Everybody, like even last year, everybody was like, I have many, many songs, but they're hidden. Why?
Yeah, I think because naturally when we're creating things, we're very hard on ourselves, artists. Like we listen back to things and we're like, oh, no, actually, I don't like that. And, you know, we just scrap it or we forget about it. Or,
I think we all go through this. I've had many videos and films that I haven't released. And people usually say, oh, you should release this and you should release that because it makes you go back and watch your past stuff and you criticize and then you see how much you've grown.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you are like judging yourself over it and you're like, I can do better than you don't release anyway. So I don't know. It's like a path you need to choose.
You know,
either you release everything and you move on, or you just wait until you get a good feel and so you release something.
You know, I've never hidden anything. Everything I've ever done, it's out there. I don't care if it's bad, good, or whatever. I just put it out to see what people are saying, you know, because I go back and I see what you're saying. Until this moment, maybe one night I will say, I don't want to watch a movie now. I'm going to watch my old work, right?
Yeah.
And it's out there and I see some comments maybe, there's a new comment or whatever. And they might say something that I don't like, but I do like it because they sit down, watch my movies or videos or whatever.
The thing with music, though, that I feel it's true, because I do it a lot as well myself, when I listen to music, you never know what kind of audience you're gonna get with songs. Like, you might release a song that took months to write and find the right beat and tune and whatever, and you're not gonna find many people who actually like it. But you release a song which you wrote in 2 days and then you made out in 1 day and then you put it out and you're gonna find 100 listeners. That's why people are saying release everything and you're gonna find an audience soon enough, or like somebody might listen to it.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I did actually, in the summer, I did a song and Nick filmed it. And he asked me about it, what happened to it. And I was like, I was looking over it again and again. And it wasn't anything to do with his work, but it was the way I looked on the day because it was so hot. And, you know, I was kind of dressed up as like an alien. So I was like head to toe in white paint and it was like melting off. And then I was listening to the song and I was like, do I really like this? And even though I've got that video there, I have not released it.
What if that song, if you released it, that's your big break all over the world? Like, you never know this stuff, right?
Yeah, it's true. You don't know, but I think we just talk ourselves out of it again and again. I mean, when I first made the song, I loved it. But then when I kept listening, you know, you overthink, you overanalyze.
Are you married? You have a boyfriend?
No, I'm single.
You're single?
I mean, yeah.
Because I was gonna say my next question would be, have your, like, when I do stuff, I put my wife, I said, sit down, you need to watch this.
Yeah.
I need to know her opinion. And she's like the biggest most critic, like the biggest harsh critic I ever get, because most people are gonna say, "Oh, I like it," but when you have a person close to you, he's gonna or she's gonna be raw. So that's why I asked. But
I
maybe
mean, I recently went through a breakup. So it was I've been single for about 2 months. And it was kind of like a really rocky relationship. And I think that inspired me to write a lot of songs like for someone to sing. Because I am quite poetic, which is completely different to my rap. You know, it's more melancholic, you know. And I have like loads and loads of songs that I've written about this guy. And it's like, I kind of think that maybe I will work with something like that. But, you know, he did come to the studio with me a few times, but I mean, he didn't really I think he knew that the song was about him, but obviously he didn't really say anything, you know, and I think that it was kind of, I don't know, he just didn't really say anything. But I'd say my harshest critic is my mum, actually. Yes.
I will definitely say Agustina is my harsh critic. She's always butchering everything. But yeah, of course, the people that is close to you are going to tell you their opinion that is the truth one. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Do you work? Do you make a living from your music or anything like?
No, I don't. Everything I do is just, you know, because I like to do it. And yeah, in the past, around 2017, I did release a mixtape and I did make a bit of money from that. It was when sort of Spotify was in its earlier days. And yeah, but in terms of the thing is, this is another thing within the underground industry. Everyone gets paid. The producer gets paid. The guy does the video gets paid.
Yeah, I wasn't maybe artists, yes, that was half part of my question. The second part of my question would be not only from the music, but from maybe have you tried I don't know if you did or tried performing for jobs. Have you done anything like that, or concerts? Have you done anything?
Every sort of live performance is free, basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You only really get paid as an artist if, you know,
if you book the place and
if you book a place and you sell tickets, but to sell tickets, you need your brand to be out there so that people can buy, and I think that's the hardest thing. Yeah, so you have to kind of be well known to the public.
Right.
So they'll be like, oh yeah, I know this person, I'm going to book this ticket.
Obviously.
So that's kind of the hard part of it. And obviously another way for artists to make money is charging for features. But again, it's such a tight community. I don't charge.
What's the type of person we used to go to? I don't know. I don't want to ask how old are you? You seem very young.
I'm 27.
Ah, you're young. You might have, we're not that. What's that person we used to have in clubs? Was an
MC.
MC, that's what they call him?
Yeah.
And usually when I was very young, I was 18. When we went to clubs, there was always a person like that there, an MC, and people were paying to have a person like there to hype everything up, to hype people up. What about that? How about you can go do as an MC, but you can also put some of your songs and you start singing them.
Yeah.
Maybe that's one way to break into
that's
performing.
Definitely an idea. I definitely have a lot of ideas for events as well, which I've been talking about with some other people. I would really like to create events where we showcase lots of different music. You know, you have DJ set, live performance, but it's also a club, and I've kind of really gone into sort of electronic music and electronic sounds because, you know, I want people to have a good time. And yeah, I would really like to do something like that. But yeah, in INF there are you've got the hype. Some places have hype men, some people don't. But yeah, they tend to hire men for that. I've never seen a female.
Really?
Yeah. But maybe I can break that.
You could actually do it, I think. You have that, I don't know.
You have the body language. You have good like presence.
Oh,
And
thanks.
when I watched the music video,
Yes.
it looked you're in your element. Let's say it looked, and the
Yeah.
joke you did at the very last with the wheelies and stuff. It was nice. It was a big good part. It was a good bit, and it shows that you've done this so many times. Let's say, and it could be something you could like.
Yeah, I'd love to do something like that. You know, I love partying. I mean, that is literally the life that I live. I go out pretty much all the time. I'm always, you know, and I love clubbing. I love music. And that's what I go there for, is the music. I hate when I go to a place and the music's just not hitting. Otherwise,
Do you think that Yanapa is like the club and the events and the music scene has dropped down, like just dropped a bit?
Yeah, it has, because when it was in its prime, it was all about grime, garage, UKG, and now it's kind of like the same songs are being played over and over again.
Yeah,
But
garage. Oh my God, garage.
Garage, yeah.
Garage music, garage. We say garage. UK people say garage, but it's like very crazy music. It's like you dance a lot to it, and so I used to go. Like I remember when Yanapa was like back in like 2010, 2009.
There, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like crazy. It was like filled with a whole bunch of
For us in Limassol, we were partying when we were going to Ayanaba. We did in Limassol as well, but it was like a thing. Okay, we're going to Ayanaba now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, it was really good. I mean, like I've been going clubbing there since I was like 14, because in the UK, obviously you get ID'd. Over there, I didn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you have to be 18 to get into clubs.
In
Even if
USA,
you
it's 21.
We used to have in Limassol, like back in the day, we used to have like ID bouncers that like show me your ID. But if you looked old enough, they would just go.
Yeah, of
Really?
course.
No,
I mean, there are the laws. It's just
My brother was like, I was 18, and my brother was 16. And I gave him my ID because we look a bit the same, and he was like, "Yeah, sure, go in." Tell us a bit about your. Sorry, I'm changing subject. Tell us a bit about your. I've seen you collaborated with Nick Dino.
Yeah.
He's a great performer, Nick Dino. We've showed a bunch of videos with him as well. He's also like producing and directing his own music videos and some of his stuff.
Yeah.
Tell us about that music video. I mean, we haven't released it because it's new, right?
Yeah, it's out. It's out, but it's come out.
It was like previous week that it was released.
I think it was like earlier on this month. No, I think it was the end of last month, I think.
Before you tell us about that, was this your second song out, or do you have more?
No, I have other songs that have been out, but that was kind of all done in the UK. But I did release another one that I recorded here. And that was like kind of garage themed. It was.
But
you don't have a music video for that. It was just audio.
No, I do have a music video for that. Yeah, so it's on my channel. But so it was kind of near around that time. Nick reached out to me and he said he's working on a song, and he said I'd like you to, do a verse on it. He sent me it, and
Did you write the lyrics yourself, or you?
Yeah, I wrote it. I literally wrote it in like 10 minutes because.
How was that process? Did you hear the music or the lyrics as well with his?
Yeah, he sent me the track with a gap in it. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard his verse and I heard the chorus, and instantly I was inspired because...
That's how usually things go? Like they send you a gap?
Yeah. Yeah, so if I have the gap, then I can write to it. So I can play it and
But you had the gap with the music?
The beat, yeah.
Yeah, it's just there was no vocals over that section.
Cool, okay.
Yeah, and then I wrote to it, and I sort of saw the vision when he sent me it. I could tell what kind of song this was. I could feel what kind of song this was. It was a dirty, sexy, smoky track. Like I kind of saw these things. I saw like the video before the video even happened. And so that's why it was easy to write that. And then when it came time to record in the studio, we recorded it. And yeah, it was a great experience. Yeah.
With the music video as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was he like, how was Dino reacted to your like writing? Was it like oh, I love it, let's go? Or he gave you...
The first version, my verse was actually longer and it was even more outrageous. There was a certain line in there that I won't say on here, but him and Foxy just looked at me and they were like, oh my gosh. But he was like, no, I love it. But obviously we had to condense it because he added in a third verse.
Right.
So we condensed it and then and Nick helped me to kind of say, what lines really hit, which ones we could take away. And then the new verse was kind of formed.
To be honest, when I've heard and listened and I've watched the video, I felt like I needed to watch more of you.
Did you?
Yeah. Like it was you only had a segment where like towards the middle.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like I wanted to watch some more in the end.
Yeah.
Because I like that bit because it's like it gave me a fresh it gave me something fresh during the video, so I kind of was like waiting for you to come back, let's say. But you didn't, so I was like
I think there's kind of something that I'm working on with Nick, and that's kind of like I guess him returning the favor to me in terms of his I came up with the idea of it's a long story how the track happened, but that definitely has a longer verse. So it's kind of like we've switched. So I have the first and third verse and Nick has a second verse like in the middle, like what
because
I did.
That's his song anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And but it was really good. We shot my parts of the visuals near my area. So it was like he already had a music video. He was actually going to release my version just as audio, but he said no. He listened to it and he said he thought that I should be in the video as well. So we shot that.
Good choice.
Yeah, and yeah, we had fun doing that. And
it's always beautiful when artists work together and it goes well, and then you do a second one together and then you mix. It's fantastic. For me, it's my favorite thing.
Exactly, and it happens so like naturally. Like even other people when I was at Instant Soup, they were like, "Oh, you and Nick have great chemistry when you're working together," because we kind of have the same crazy ideas, and it was just very easy.
How crazy would it be if you do another music video?
Oh, this one, yeah.
By the way, shout out to Instant Soup.
Yeah, that
Instant
was really
Soup?
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's where I first met Sir Styles, and he's produced the track which is the new track. And honestly, I've got some really crazy wild ideas for the video. And this type of song, I think it's going to shock, and it's going to be it's aimed to be played at the clubs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where did you meet Nick Dino?
Here, at the Cyprus Music Video Festival.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many people did you? Yeah. How many people did you
Cyprus
meet?
Music Video Festival does good networking.
Yeah, really good networking. I wouldn't have met the people that I've met and been able to create what I'm doing now if I hadn't have gone. So, obviously I'm very grateful for that, and it's good that we have these opportunities and these platforms where we can all come together as creatives. It doesn't even matter if from doing videos to producing, like it all intertwines together. And yeah, it's all about networking, because you don't know who you're going to meet. You could meet the person.
Tell us a little bit about the festival. Did you like it? Was it something you don't like?
No, I did. Obviously it was my first time going, so I didn't know what to expect. But I had a really good time. One of my friends from the UK, she flew over as well.
Yeah, she flew over. I asked you there, and you said like she flew over for the festival and to support you, and I was like, wow, yes.
Yeah, and we kind of My mum was there, but she gets tired so easily, so she had to leave early. But yeah, it was really good. And obviously got to see a lot of artists perform as well. And that's kind of like, when I first saw Nick perform, I was like...
Did you see him perform and then you met him, or you met him and then you saw him perform?
No, I saw him perform, and I also saw, you know, when you showcased other people's music videos and it said, you know, shot by Nick Dino, that's how I reached out to him, because I really liked his style of, you know, the videos that he was making. So that's when I asked him to do a music video for me. And yeah, and obviously when I saw him perform, I was like, oh, he's like the male version of what's going on inside my head. Like,
right.
Yeah, like he's very out there, bold, eccentric, and that's what I like. I like things that just grab your attention, and yeah, he grabbed my attention.
And that's a conversation we had before, the two of us 2 weeks ago, like about credits at the end of the music video or anything.
Yes.
I think it's very important to give credit to the people who worked on your music video or any type of art.
Yeah.
Because of that, you see, like Nick Dino got a job from that and all that stuff, or collaborations, whatever. It's I think, yeah.
I remember
Exactly.
telling him about like specific that video he did. He didn't have credits in the end, and I told him, dude, put credit in the end, because it's gonna be on a big screen, lots of people down there. When the video is done, you don't want it to go black screen and then come. You want to see your name flash there. And he did it, and it was a good idea to do it.
Yeah, it is.
People
and
read stuff and they like...
Yeah, no, 100%. Having his name on the big, you know, people are going to catch that and they're going to remember that. You know, that's how you get remembered for your work.
I think it's time to go to the last question. Tell us about you, like in
What's
the
next for you?
future, yes. Or tell us what's next for you. You already told us a lot of stuff, but how do you imagine yourself as an artist in 10 years? What's your goal?
Well, I really want to shake up the music scene here. I'm working on a new sound, and it's going to be...
Next for you, like in the next few years, not 10.
Yeah, well, just, in the future in general, I see myself making money off of music. You know, I'm not expecting to be a millionaire or anything. It's just about, can I make a living and support myself doing what I love? And, you know, I want to show people also here, and girls here, because I don't think there's a lot of female rappers here, or a lot of females that are kind of like outspoken and just being themselves. And there's kind of like, you're not allowed to. And, you know, I want to basically bring more of that in and show people that, you know, you can do these things, you can be controversial. And I think the next chapter, or the next thing that I'm doing, is going to target a lot of different issues. And it's going to, I think, I'm expecting a lot of different reactions to the kind of music and the lyrics that I'm going to be putting out next. But it's good. And I also, you know, want to perform in more places. And I've got my eye on something for next year. I've got my own personal set of goals that I want to accomplish. Right. But yeah.
And who knows, maybe you will perform to the festival this year.
Keep doing what you love and like, and the rest will naturally come. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, where do people will find you? Like Instagram, tell us all the handle and... Like...
Yeah, so my Instagram is I am Stafia, IAMSTAFIA. And on YouTube, it's kind of a weird... they put numbers at the end of it, I think. I don't know. But if you type in Stafia, Playgirl Anthem, you'll see the video, and then from there you can go onto my channel. But I have the link all in my Instagram bio. So if you go to my Instagram, I have the link tree there with everything.
And you're on Spotify, Apple Music, all that stuff. Yeah,
Spotify, Apple Music, same name, Stafia. And if you search it up, you'll find me. Yeah.
One thing I haven't asked, how did Stafia came out from your name? Like a short name?
Yes. So when I was 14, I created the name. And my first name is Anastasia. My middle name's Sophia. So I kind of took the STA from Anastasia.
Very clever.
That's nice.
FIA. And then that kind of always just stuck. Like my closest friends, they call me Staff. And it's just kind of stuck, you know, as that. Yeah.
Cool.
Or the other thing you could do was Sosia, which is the Greek Sosias.
Is it like a double, double ganger?
Anyway, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
We will see you in the festival this year.
Yes, I'll definitely be attending.
I cannot wait to see your work.
I know. I will send the new stuff that comes out. So yeah, hopefully you'll like it.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you as well.
Bye.